Hello everybody and welcome back to another Canna.Biz TV production. This is Citizen Kane here. Last time we had the privilege of talking with Stig Bonda of CannaBiz Industries. Today we are sitting down with Zack of Zack's Wax. Zack, for those who don't know about you, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, pretty much roughly I specialize in started with crumble making, and a lot of people had their against it, so I started going with shatters and sugar as well. I also specialize in flowers, and not only that, but I do edibles, and also I do pins and cancer products for people who have cancer and need to slow down the cancer cells. A large thing that got me into this industry is, into the concentrate making is the health issues and all the needs of people for the concentrates to get away from all the bad qualities of flour. Nothing against flour myself, but a lot of people can't have that and need the concentrates. In pretty much, I like to be able to sum it up and use it. And also, I'm very against open loops. I like using closed loops for many desirable reasons. As you can see with the product I have, I like if it ain't clarity and it ain't done to perfection and it has any fat lipids or chlorophyll pigmentation or anything in it, I don't let people consume it. I end up tossing it, and it has to be AAA grade. If it's not, it's not in my hands.
And just to kind of give people an overview of what we're going to talk about today, without going into too much detail, because I know that man, we've definitely got some cool stuff to cover today, but we're going to talk a little bit about, you wanted to bring up 3 or 4 things, and it's funny you mentioned flour, which we can get in at the end, and you stressed you wanted to bring that up, but man, there's a topic that's near and dear to your heart in this industry, so I'll let you sort of take that away as to the 1 or 2 things that you'd like to talk to people about today.
Some of the biggest things I'd like to talk about, is not only the health benefits of why I do this, but also the fact of moving away from chemicals and solvents, because I'm one of those people who ain't against open loops, but I'm trying to move away from using solvent and go towards a solventless. That's why I believe in single solvent dewaxing. A lot of people believe in using other solvents to clear out the solvent that's already at hand, but it makes no sense to me whatsoever to introduce another solvent into your product, and which causes an unhealthier product for your consumers. I couldn't stress it enough. Not only does the open loop also bring in dangers and other unwanted desires that are at hand, but like I said about the closed loops by Emotech, I highly prefer them because it filters out the whole process filters out all the fat lipids you need, and not only that, but it makes the process a lot easier and controllable as well.
And you talk about process, and we'll get into maybe some more specifics on process later later in the interview. But how important is process to what you do? I mean, you told several stories even just leading up to this about just how important process is in this industry, or maybe not even that you were stressing that it's important, you were just stressing that some people don't bother with it.
Yeah, and that is a big issue. A lot of people try to skip around and do the fastest purge possible. They like to use high pressures and high temps to get their desirable shatter consistency or whatever consistency they're working for as fast as possible, which causes undesirable traits to be inside your wax and concentrates. I highly recommend myself long purges, lower pressures and lower temperatures if possible. Patience is virtue, definitely. That's something you have to have in this industry. If not, you're going to have a lot of unwanted consistencies, and not only that, undesirable traits inside your concentrates as well.
Well, we've got a lot to get into today, so I think without much further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Sounds great.